Yeah. Only watch the highlights. Back on. There we are. Oh. And we are ready to go. Just in time, just like always. It's not like us if we're not like just in time or running late or there's some sort of technical issue going on.
Always.
Always. But yeah, today Pedro joins me for the F1RST, and we're gonna watch the Hungarian Grand Prix. You excited?
Yeah, looking forward to it. Qualifying yesterday was fun, even though I couldn't watch it. And like based off people's reaction, it was, and the results themselves
Yeah,
can be quite
I was
good.
gonna say, like, even the results. I watched some of the highlights and I was like, oh. Just a quick reminder then, for us and to anybody else, the starting grid is Hamilton, then Verstappen, then Norris, Piastri, Zhou, which was a surprise. I was like, I didn't realise he was starting there. Then
His
Leclerc.
best ever qualifying result.
Exactly. Well. Bottas, Alonso, Perez, Hulkenberg, Sainz, Ocon, Ricciardo, Stroll, Gasly, Albon, Tsunoda, Russell, Magnussen, and Sargent. Yeah, so that's the starting grid. Russell had a bit of a shocker, it seems. All the way down in 18th.
Yeah, not really sure what happened to him, but wasn't the best of qualifying sessions for him.
No.
A bit surprised as well with Checo. Like, he had a bit of a dismal start to the weekend. Made it to Q3, but he's still only P9, so... Yeah.
But before we start, how good is it to see Danny Rick back on the grid?
Yes, it is. It is amazing to see him back. Did pretty well considering the little amount of time he had on the car, but obviously was still, like, even though Nick wasn't performing that well, like, it was still bad in my opinion, just to see the way he got kicked out of the team.
Oh yeah, 100%, I agree with that. I agree. I think Lewis kind of summed it up quite well when he was asked about it. He's like, is that how F1 works? And he went, well, no, it's how Red Bull works.
Yeah.
I think Red Bull's just that sort of place where if you're not performing, they'll kick you out straight away. We've seen it before. It just so happens that, like, they just didn't give him enough time, I don't think, because they gave Tsunoda 3 years.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
I think it made everyone like kind of think, okay, like, why have you done that for then?
I think unfortunately that move from Nick was bound to fail from the start.
Oh yeah, I still agree that, like, I still think that he should have stayed in the the Mercedes sort of like either go to Williams or like see and wait for an opportunity to come up within the Mercedes powered cars. Hi,
True.
Mario. We need Lando to get second at the start. Yes.
Ooh. Oh, Joe had a bad start there. Oh, very bad start from Joe.
Oh no, yeah.
Oh!
Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Did you
Oh.
see that?
Yeah.
Both Alpines. Oh my goodness. What have we just seen?
I know, right?
I mean, it hasn't been the first time both of them collided. I'd like to see a different replay from that. Oh, Hamilton.
Piastri in second?
Oh, Hamilton. Hamilton is now P4. Wait, is it just me or both Ferrari boys had an amazing start, especially Sainz, made up 5 places already.
Mm.
Ooh, I actually have wait, so let me see. Who were the biggest winners out of this start? So Sainz moved up from P11 to P6.
Damn.
Stroll jumped from P14 to P10. Tsunoda jumped from P17 to P11.
Mm-hmm.
Magnussen from P19 to P13. And Joe, the biggest loser, with just went down 10 places.
Oh. Mario says we have lost a chance for an interesting race on turn 1.
Yep.
Maybe, yep. Verstappen's gonna run away with it, probably.
Danny Rick as well lost 5 places. I wonder if he was the other car that got tangled up with the Alpines.
Maybe, potentially.
Because he lost 5 places. Oh, I think Gasly might be retiring.
Oh yeah, he's in the pits.
Let's see what happens.
Oh, he's lost a wheel. He drove back with 3 wheels.
Yeah, he was quite far behind everybody else. Well,
yeah, he's retiring.
Well, that's terrible start
Yeah.
to the race for the Alpines. Haven't been particularly impressive this weekend.
So the only starters on the softs is Sainz, Stroll, Tsunoda. Everyone else is on mediums.
And Sainz is also on the softs.
Yeah, Sainz, Stroll, and Tsunoda. They're all on softs.
Okay. Gasly was also on the softs. Russell and Perez are the only ones on the hards, which proved to be quite a bad tire last year.
Yeah. Although this year, all we've seen really is the hard tires being used.
Oh no. I think that's both Alpines out of the race.
Potentially.
See the race start. I think they're gonna show the footage in a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
A double DNF.
Oh, Joe got swarmed at the start. Had a terrible start.
Not sure Max will drive away like before, but still he can manage the pace. Alpine double DNF 2 races in a row. Yeah, bad luck for them.
Oh,
that was really bad from Joe, wasn't it?
Wait, yeah. Was it also? I think that Rick touched one of the Alpines.
Let's see what happened.
Not sure if he has damage or not.
Oh yeah, Danny Rick. Did you see what happened to Danny Rick?
Yeah, Joe got into the back of him. Danny Rick was pushed by Joe into the back of one of the Alpines.
Oh yeah. Ooh.
I think it
Ooh.
was Ocon. Yeah, he got pushed into the back of Ocon, and then Ocon just. Oof, that was
Ouch.
scary. It's a shame because Gasly also actually got a decent start somehow.
Yeah. Ooh.
It was a shame. Like I think he positioned the car quite well there for turn one.
I would say
Going around
Danny
the
as well.
outside.
He was lucky not to get more damage.
Yeah. Let's see what happened to Ocon here then. Ooh.
They're just facing each other. They're doing the Spider-Man meme where they're like, hit. We're the same.
Will was like, nope, I'm out.
I bet that would have hurt as well. So, yeah, not his fault really, but just unlucky.
Yeah.
Oh, the wheel's just like, see you later. Bye.
Oh, that was
See you
awesome.
later.
See you later, alligator. Question is, does Danny Rick have any front wing damage?
Oh.
From his onboard, it seems like he's somewhat close to the cars in front of him. So.
Nice. Nice.
He's struggling a bit.
Piastri is still in second now. Good old pastry.
Yeah. Well done there. Pastry.
Danny Rick can have rear damage diffuser, hopefully not. Yeah, potentially, that's what I was thinking. Because although it was more of a tap, I think, than it was a proper hit.
Yeah, but he's struggling through some of these corners. It seems like he's lacking some sort of downforce. He's being very cautious through certain parts of the track. Yeah, he's actually got Gasly's former engineer, race engineer.
Oh, Alonso being defensive as always.
Battle between Alonso and Perez is looking good.
Sainz needs to be released from behind Leclerc. Yeah, they're gonna waste those soft tyres.
I think they wanted to do it into turn one a few laps ago, but Leclerc was having none of it. It's gonna ruin both their races in the long term.
Yeah. But don't worry, Ferrari will be Ferrari. They'll find a way to ruin the race anyway.
Yeah, even if the drivers don't screw the strategy themselves, the strategy team will find a way to do it for them.
100%. Sorry, Ferrari. Love you really, but you know.
You know, just, if it was me, I would let Sainz go in front of Leclerc right now, and Leclerc could use his DRS so that they'd both be pulled into Hamilton and all the other guys at the front. But
Russell and Hard, so he will make places later on. Yeah, potentially. Doesn't have to pit. Probably for quite a while if the hards hold up.
you might see some issues with the tire degradation, because I'm not sure if you saw that today, but apparently the F3 race had to be shortened by a few laps due to concerns that the tires might have not lasted the normal amount of laps.
Yeah, I was listening to them just now. They're saying that it was hotter than at any point during the weekend so far.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would definitely affect some strategies.
Oh, easy overtake for Perez there. What happened to the Aston Martin, by the way?
Yeah. Ever since I guess the first part of the season, right? The first third part, it looks amazing, and then they just kind of just fell off really quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully, going into the summer break. Oh, Show with a penalty.
Yeah, 5 seconds. Yeah, I think Alonso was also saying that the new specs for the tires actually kind of ended up hindering them.
Really?
Yeah. He said that him and Aston Martin and Red Bull were the main teams affected by it in a negative way.
Aston haven't bought any new upgrades. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, to be fair, they haven't brought a few upgrades. I think we've seen from Austria onwards, their performance was just never the same as it was at the beginning of the season.
Talking about tires. How did the qualifying format work yesterday? I know it was obviously Q3 was hards, Q2 was mediums, and Q3 was softs.
Exactly.
How did from what you've seen, how did the drivers cope with that? Was there any issues, or did it run as expected?
Being completely honest, I haven't checked anything regarding quali. Just just saw a few comments here and there on it, but it actually. Sorry about that.
It's all good. Pedro doing his disappearing act. There's a Pedro there, and then boom, he's gone.
Yeah, it's just that the thing I'm using to place my camera is a bit sliding a little bit. So yeah, sorry about that.
Okay.
But wait, a few drivers are going into the pits now. Alonso, I think it's Alonso, Tsunoda, and Valtteri Bottas pitting.
Valtteri Bottas?
Oh no, it's Stroll, sorry. Stroll, Tsunoda, and Bottas pitting. Stroll is going to go on the hards. Okay.
Okay, so Mario says it was a closer quali. I like it, but it means that much in terms of keeping new tyres with the limited amount of tyres available. True.
Yeah, because they've reduced the amount of tire compounds available to each team.
Isn't that
I think they reduced it from 13 to 11. If I'm not mistaken.
Softs, wasn't it? They're taking basically two sets of softs away.
I believe so, yeah.
Also, Friday is limited on laps as no one wants to use the tyres, yeah. Gonna have knock-on effects, I guess, with practice runs, not using the tyres. Quali, obviously, if they do decide to go with the new format. Although, I think there's probably other stuff that they can do to make it obviously net zero by 2030, something what they want to do. But basically 2 sets of softs is the way that they're going for now, taking them away. But saying that, they could make it with the calendar. I've always said that they can make the calendar work better, so they don't have to keep travelling here, there, here, there, here, there. They could kind of just stay in one continent, then go to another one, then go to another one, and then kind of group it like that.
They have done it for 2024.
But saying
like
that, I was gonna say kind of. They've kind of done it, but there's still like a few bits where they're traveling from like literally one continent to the other, then back.
Because I think those cases, like there are certain cases on which, like, if
having to do certain races in certain temperatures and stuff.
That's exactly it. Like with the weather and everything, they might have to,
I think it's definitely obviously you want the best race for the best temperatures and stuff, and then also they're obviously trying to make it net zero and everything. Thank you for the follow, Brie. Appreciate it very much. How are you doing? You join me and Pedro, who I'm not sure which side he's on my screen. He's either that side or that side.
I'm somewhere in there.
It's a save on tyres, but still wasting wet and intermediate tyres every weekend. They need to have just a compound type of tyre and carry on the tyres to other tracks. Unless they start to use pigeons to move the stuff around, it will never be carbon neutral. True. Just imagine a little pigeon just carrying a tyre. It's like, yep, I'll be there in a second. Like, don't worry, I'll be there.
Bottas fastest lap, okay.
Okay.
Came out of nowhere.
He charged the batteries up.
Battery voltas.
Yes, exactly. He charged it up. He's like, yeah, let's go.
But in the meantime, Tsunoda and Zhou had slow pit stops. I think Zhou already served his penalty as well. But it was still pretty slow, regardless.
Say, get out of the way.
Tsunoda just a terrible pit stop. It's interesting because, last year, no one wanted to be on the hard tires because they were just not, just giving some sort of grip. I know they should technically have the least amount of grip out of all the tires available.
Yeah.
But
that's what
they weren't looking great. And now everyone that switched to those tires seems to be doing a lot better. That's what I'm saying.
It's like, ever since last year, well, the start of this year actually, all we've really seen is people use the hard tires with the occasional like hard to medium or medium to hard. Obviously in Silverstone we saw a few people go on softs, and here a few people have decided to go for the softs. But when you think of it, most of the people that were on softs for this race have already pitted, except for Sainz. It's like it's almost not worth it for them to go on it. So I can see why they just stick a like hards on, go to half the race, then put the mediums on. Job's done. Like, but I miss the exciting strategies where you've been like, oh, you're gonna go on soft side or is he gonna go on mediums? Try and jump people, sort of thing. But it's almost like the hards are like, they're more mediums but a little bit more durable this year.
Yeah, like just the whole like just tire specifications for this season is just messed up, because there are races on which like you can just go so long on a set of tires, like let's say the mediums. It's not even worth going to anything else. And then in others, like the softs don't work. Like,
back to Mary says, back to the race. I'm enjoying the close lap times throughout the field. Definitely the gap from first to last has reduced, especially from first to 10th. Yeah. And it's the compound of tyre that makes the hard more usable tyre everywhere. While McLaren used them at Silverstone, they're reliable from new to used. Yeah, they just seem the tyre to use this year. Unless you have free space ahead of you, the softs and mediums don't make a justifiable difference if stuck in a DRS train. Yeah, suppose so. As soon as you're in that DRS train, they're going to wear so quickly.
Yeah. Zhou with the fastest lap. Slow stop there for Sargent.
So what do you think of the race so far?
The start was chaotic. Apart from that, have we really seen much? Like apart from that battle between Perez and Alonso?
I was gonna
Oh,
say.
saying that, Perez almost went into the back of Sainz there.
It's another record for Red Bull and Max today.
Oh my god, Carlos is having to be like his own like strategist for this.
He's always his own strategist, isn't he?
Yeah. I love how his engineer was like, yeah, that's a good idea. Like, please do something.
I say it was like Ferrari just like basically go, how you feeling? Alright, stay out. Oh, you're feeling alright, come in. We'll change you into like some unusable tyre.
You know, I wish Leclerc had this same sort of attitude at times, because I feel that sometimes you can clearly see that the call is wrong.
Yeah,
but
and
he
then
still ends
he
up
tries.
doing it so he doesn't upset the team.
I was gonna say sometimes he just tries to have that confidence in the team, being like, right, you're the strategist. I'll go.
So, you know how Sainz said he was only going to pit if Checo passed him? Good call. Well, guess what? He just put it to the hearts. Oh my goodness.
A little bit of a lock up there. You can see what the engineers can't with all them screens. True.
Do you reckon he's sped up there? Sainz, or
what, out of the pits or into the pits?
Into the pits, yeah.
I was gonna say he definitely locked up.
There you go. Lewis hammer time. Okay. Let's see.
I'd
have a bit of an unlucky start to the race.
Oh yeah.
But he's quite far off Norris, actually. Piastri has built a really good gap to... Wait. Oh no, my bad. He's still got a decent gap to Norris as well. Well done for Piastri.
Maris says Sainz now needs a safety car. Ferrari know what we don't. Yeah. Oh.
Lewis is in.
Yeah.
Russell has jumped him as well. No, he started on the hards, but Danny Rick technically in the points.
Woo! Daniel Ricciardo. Oh, is Danny gonna take him? No.
Whoa.
No.
He's staying relatively close to him, to be fair. No, Hamilton still has to warm up those tires, but...
True. Can you see how Daniel's car is moving mid-corner?
Yeah.
I thought that. It looked very...
I was gonna say, super unstable.
Yeah. It looked like he was, braking, but, also, moving at the same time. Thank you for the follow. Thanks for the follow. I know who you are. And I like the name.
Oh, nice stop for McLaren there.
Midnight.
Terrible pit stop.
Isolated.
Oh no. 9.4 second pit stop for Leclerc.
Oh.
Ferrari, why?
And then McLaren, on the other hand, 2.3,
0.3, yeah.
How are you feeling though, Midnight? I hope you're feeling well.
Yeah. Hope you're feeling somewhat better today.
He can't. He just messaged me saying I'm lurking. I can't chat because I don't have. I can't verify my number. I think you can verify your email as well. So, but if you need to chat, just message me and I'll voice your opinion for you. Okay. Ferrari at it again. Why would a driver join Ferrari nowadays? Yeah, they don't make themselves like they don't kind of help themselves, do they?
Yeah. Being honest, I think we've seen this a few years ago, where like the temperatures were so high that all these machines that they use, like the
guns, the machine gun, like the bit of that gets the wheel off. Forgot what they were called.
Can we just talk about this pit stop for Piastri as well? 2 seconds flat.
2 seconds.
Ooh. Lando, out of nowhere, just wow.
2 seconds.
2 seconds. They like their pit stops have been on point this season.
Or
most of the time, at least.
That was pretty. That was a good move, though. If those two can stay like together and a few more battles, we're up for a good race and a good podium, hopefully.
It's a nice undercut from Norris there. Yeah, but it is a bit strange, actually. The commentators are just saying. Usually, and I think Midnight said this in one of the previous podcasts, at McLaren, they just tend to give preference to the lead driver on the race for the pit stop. And it was strange. I mean, it was technically a bit strange that they let Norris pit first compared to Piastri. But it definitely worked out for both of them. Both had really good pit stops, still relatively close to each other in contention. Ooh! Thought Leclerc was going to like fully send it there. Hamilton is still behind Russell. It's not even close to him. Didn't even have a bad pit stop or anything, so it's a bit strange.
Will Russell allow Hamilton to go by?
I mean, once Hamilton gets close enough, I'm pretty sure it's a sensible thing to do.
You'd think, but
like he's 5 seconds behind Russell. Oh, Alonso is pitting now. Okay. Let's see what the Aston Martin pit crew do. Yeah, but I was saying, had a bit of an issue there. One of the tires, but not too bad. But I was saying, like, with some of the temperatures, sometimes these devices just overheat and they cause these failures. So I wonder if that's the case here today. Because we're seeing a lot of teams just having this issue in their pit stops.
Norris with the fastest lap. Piastri asking what he wants to do there. Is that almost like, do I attack? Do I not? I'm just gonna stay where I am.
Yeah.
And they've basically said, you need to get to the next stint.
He must be so annoyed though. Norris is just flying right now.
Midnight from who is isolated says, so Ferrari doing Ferrari things. Yep.
Yes.
One sign started on the softs and Leclerc didn't let him through. Then Leclerc pitted. The pit thing was 9 seconds long. Verstappen walk away number 20 something this year. Yep. McLaren pitted in the wrong order.
Yes.
Potentially. That's what I'm saying. If they can stay close to each other, maybe towards the end of the race we'll see a little bit of a battle again. But that was really good start from Piastri, a good old pastry. Thinking Red Bull won too easy at this point. I mean, Perez is yet to pit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, at the moment it's looking good for like a McLaren podium as well.
Yeah.
Don't worry about.
Nice move from Alonso there.
Oh.
Oh, Verstappen, box. It's made a little bit of a mistake there.
Mario says, will Perez do a one-stop?
Well, he could try to do that, but I'm just not sure if it's gonna make them lose more time by just one stopping instead of going on a 2-stop. Guess we'll have to see, because I'm not sure if if he is to go on the mediums, they're gonna last that long.
McLaren won't battle. Drivers know the importance of getting manufactured points and try to get back in the game for top teams.
Absolutely.
Probably, yeah.
Like, it's good for McLaren, like this double DNF from Alpine.
Yeah.
Because it will definitely allow them to extend their lead.
It's because of the algorithm on TikTok and stuff. I keep seeing edits of like, the what's his name? The Alpine team principal, is it Otmar? Keep saying, well, if I was McLaren, I would have signed Gasly, and then they just put an edit of like Oscar's performances so far and goes, really? So I keep like seeing edits of that, and I'm just like, oh. But I think I'm really impressed by Oscar. I think we all know who's going to get Rookie of the Year this year. There's no even debating that.
Well, one of them isn't even on the grid anymore.
True.
And the other is kind of stuck in a car that whose performance is just so inconsistent. So.
True. Tyre deck isn't too bad. It's not too bad, but I don't think it's great either. It's in that balance. Like, if you can get it right and if you can just look after it, it should be right.
Lewis is finally closing in on Russell.
Nice.
But Russell is 9 seconds behind Piastri, so you know.
You know.
A bit tricky, that. Oh, Perez is spinning now. Going to go for the mediums. A little bit of a mistake there.
Midnight says everyone should take a shot for every time Crofty says the word old switcheroo. That would be fun.
2 words, actually.
Yeah, I was say it would be fun, but probably at the end of the race, like, all of us will probably be like, yeah.
You've been knackered by them.
Yeah.
Knocked out, I must say. Still ahead of Leclerc there. Leclerc is struggling a little bit, isn't he?
Yeah, he's at Ferrari. Sorry, that wasn't needed, but it's just Ferrari doing Ferrari things.
Oof. Currently, Hamilton is losing a lot of time on the straights and turns 11 to 14.
Oh.
They're
Russell
managing
let Lewis
the
go,
engine
yeah.
temperatures. I do wonder if having the car painted in black has any effect on that. Definitely does. And Sainz getting close to Russell there.
Will Russell get another 10 laps? Maybe?
Maybe, but I mean, ideally, he'd do it, but I'm not sure if he's going to be able to.
And so ideally it would set him up for a one-stop sort of thing. But
because he's just losing so much time now. Like, Sainz is already in the back of him, and Perez is right behind Sainz as well, so he's gonna be a sitting duck on, like, from the rest of the track. Yeah. Oh yeah, you're looking forward to the pre-GP here later on.
I don't know. This is the sort of track that I don't know that well enough to be confident.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
See that move from Perez?
To be honest, I just kind of want to survive the race, like always.
True.
But potentially some DRS and help in the straight. He might lose.
Yeah. Yes, it was a bit strange from Sainz, but did they touch?
Mario says, I love this track. Had a play in ACC yesterday.
Ooh,
Nice.
Nice. I just might throw something in for discussion afterwards, but like, there were rumors that they could have Canada into GT7.
Really?
But yeah.
Nice.
But I'm thinking, I think before Canada, if they were to add an F1 track, I think I would have liked to have seen a different one.
Yeah.
Like, possibly like Silverstone returning, or tracks like, I'm actually trying to think what would be a good track for them to have on the calendar. Like, even Hungaroring could be a good track for them to have.
Yeah.
Oh, Perez. There he goes. Like an out there shout, like maybe in Mexico. I think could be a nice track as well.
Yeah, no, I reckon. But to be fair, I'd drive any of the F1 tracks in GT7. The Canadian track is a bit boring for GT7, long straight, and like Monza track accidents.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yeah, out of all of
Just-
them, I think that one, to pick that one first, it was a bit like,
I just feel like, as Mario said there, it's. I'm not really sure because it can be. I think, like, considering most people only driving the Group 3s there, can be a bit of a driving there can be a bit clumsy. Like even for the cars, might be a bit awkward
yeah.
to drive for those cars. But
Mario also says would love Zolda on GT7.
Zolder, that's a good shout as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Russell is into the pits.
Into the pits. Yeah, he's on the mediums now. Him and Perez are the only ones on the mediums now.
I was gonna say they've got to stop again then, right? Surely.
Highly likely. Yeah, I'm not seeing those mediums lasting until the end of the race, like 41 laps or something.
Yeah.
Wait, I think I'm not mathing correctly. Yeah.
GT7 needs to update the contract. Brandsatch, Spa, and a few others are out of date now.
Yeah.
I mean that. Yeah.
Even Barcelona, they're still using that. You know the corner on the back straights. Yeah. So you know that back straight at Barcelona, where you have the DRS zone in F1.
Yeah.
So you know how they in real life they've widened up that corner.
Yeah.
And then they just have that right-hander that leads to that used to lead to the final chicane. They're still using the old version of that corner, so the really narrow one. I think for starters, they could start by doing that, because they already have the no chicane layout, where they're still using the old version of the corner for that specific, for all the layouts. So
yeah, a few tweaks here and there to the track, sort of thing.
Oh, Russell, there he goes.
There he goes.
There we go. Danny Rick is in the pits again.
That's like 3 times already, isn't it?
Oh, a bit of a slow stop, it seems. Oh no, 2.9 actually.
Isn't that like the 3rd time he's been in?
Let me check. Yeah, no, it's his 2nd pit stop. He did less laps on the hards than he did on the mediums. He went back to a set of mediums.
Hoping it's a testing race for Danny Rick, hopefully.
Yeah.
Get used to the car.
I'm wondering if he must have got some sort of damage.
Yeah, it must have, surely.
Of that sort, because this is a bit uncharacteristic. Like that car is just behaving so differently to Yuki's at the moment. Like, I'm watching Yuki's onboard, and the car doesn't seem to be as unstable in the corners, so he must have got some sort of damage.
Midnight says Crofty just said that Ocon's seat broke in 2 after that collision earlier. I'm surprised Joe hasn't had a penalty for helping cause all that. He did have a penalty for the.
The 5-second penalty. Yeah.
I'm surprised that Ocon's seat broke in 2.
I mean, he got launched up in the air, but still, that's concerning.
Yeah, but when else you saw like Lewis and Alonso, and then when that happened, maybe the Alpine's just slightly built differently, a bit weaker.
Sorry, I had to mute myself for a little bit.
Alright.
Let me actually do something quickly. Sorry about that. There we go.
it's a side impact this seat can give. Sure, it's probably soiled as well as broken. Maybe. Cole Brown.
Yeah, there must be something up with Danny Rick's car.
Yeah. I say because well, even Tsunoda hasn't had to pit that many times in that car.
Yeah. No, but I'm just like comparing the onboards. Yuki's car is a lot more stable on the corners.
Hmm.
And I highly doubt that there's that big of a setup difference between the two.
Yeah, it might have just like what you say, just a little bit of damage, just causing it to be unstable, and then obviously resulting in more pit stops, more tires. Daniel is fighting the rear. Yeah, he's gonna have to pit so many times though.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting to see this many pit stops today, for sure.
Russell with the fastest lap.
Norris is almost 10 seconds behind Verstappen at this point.
I saw that. I was like, oh.
But now he's the one that's quite considerably ahead of Piastri, when in the first stint it was the other way around.
Yeah. Must be all of them now trying to play into their strategies. Trying to get to a certain lap. Rear deck will high cause of oversteer. Yeah. Like you say, maybe it's just kind of like a test race for Danny.
Yeah. To be fair, he's had barely any time to drive that car, so.
Alonso wants to put some pressure on the Ferraris.
But let me just say as well, Danny Rick left McLaren. The team, the car was a bit iffy. Obviously at the start of the season it looked like it was a good decision, but now the car it's just working so well in these last few races.
I don't know if it was the car though, as well as his driving style.
Yeah, his driving style wasn't good at all for that car.
After watching a few videos, where someone kind of dove into a deep analyzation of his driving style, just it kind of shows that Red Bull is kind of suited to him. Was obviously when he was at Red Bull. Ever since he jumped out, it's just he has a few good performances here and there, but the other cars just haven't really suited his driving style. Will that AlphaTauri car suit his driving style? Obviously, I know it's the mini Red Bull, but in terms of car and the car performance, it's nothing alike.
Yeah, because I've heard that car actually might not suit him that well because of mainly because of the braking. But now with him at the helm, I'm pretty sure that they'll try to develop the car in order to suit him a little bit more.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know, maybe to an extent try to add some of the characteristics that the Red Bull has into that car.
Maybe.
Because if they are considering him for a second seat, for that second seat at Red Bull, they want to be able to mimic those conditions as best as possible. So we'll see.
Yeah, I've seen that a lot. That basically, the remainder of this year and probably next year is gonna compare Yuki and Ricardo to see who can get that second Red Bull seat.
Mm-hmm. Hamilton is closing in on Piastri. Apparently, Piastri is losing a lot of time per lap now.
Oh. I'm not sure if it's the way the camera's placed, but the camera on Lance's car, it makes the car sound a bit weird. I don't know if you could hear that as well. It's just a bit.
Yeah, it's sounding the same as something similar to Williams, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I love the thing about the Mercedes power team is that, like, when I watched the onboards, every single one of them had a bit of a different tone to the engine sound. And now, yeah, I can definitely tell that. Like, the Aston Martin is sounding a bit more like Williams usually does. A bit more high pitched.
Or it could be the way that Lance is driving it. I don't know.
It might be with like the mic positioning and all that. Because I'm not sure if you remember last season, towards like the end of the season, Sainz's car just sounded like a vacuum cleaner. You could only hear like a whistle. So it might be because of the mic placement as well.
Perez finishing second in the standings, and with the money he brings in, it won't be easy to replace him. I guess Red Bull need to bring someone new, but they aren't resourced into the junior program. This isn't working. Yeah.
Yeah, the thing is, they just have so many drivers in their academy that it's almost like, why are you choosing like so many people if you can only, like, worst case scenario, obviously they're not gonna drop Max unless something happens, but like saying that there are technically 3 seats available to place. I think this season they had at least 12 drivers, like split into different categories, that are contracted to their academy. So it's like, why do you have so many people if you can barely even give opportunities to like 2 of them or 3 of them? You know, I know that they want to have the highest chance possible of finding a talent that can suit them, but you know, they do tend to give more opportunities than other teams, though, to an extent.
Yeah.
But just that thing of like, they're just like, they're always stacked with drivers, and most of them don't even end up making it into F1. Well, I mean, you technically have a few drivers. It's just that they aren't going to have the seats to do so. It's not because of lack of talent necessarily. No, I'm like, obviously it's easy to talk in hindsight now, but like, I think Liam Lawson already deserved like a chance in F1, because we're talking about a guy who nearly won DTM in his rookie season, and he had Albon as his teammates, and he only didn't win because of like politics and stuff, which I'm not gonna venture into much because it's not the right time.
Yeah.
Like, the guy is leading Super Formula, and his teammate is a 2-time champion of it. And yeah, Super Formula might not have the flashy names like that other categories probably have, but they still have very competent drivers there.
Yeah.
Like, even in F2, he did pretty well, like in his first few races, then struck a bit with reliability issues. Like, what else does he need to do?
And like Mario says, the Red Bull Academy is worth millions in investment and still no one in line to join F1.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing, as I was saying, like, I don't think it's due to lack of talent. It's more due to lack of available seats, if anything.
Yeah.
Like in F2, they have some pretty interesting people there.
We should we should have a Portuguese on Red Bull Racing team.
True that.
We didn't because of sponsorship.
True that. Yeah. So you know Antonio Felix da Costa, who is driving in Formula E at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
He was supposed to jump in for I think it was Kvyat for either 2018 or 2019. But they just couldn't find the sponsorship, and that seat went to Brendan Hartley instead. Like when he was, I did see an interview of him a few weeks ago, on which he said that he, at the time, like an interview from at the time that he was supposed to like sign for like Toro Rosso, that everything was already agreed, like the contract and everything. They just needed to sort out a few last details. But then Red Bull just pulled out because he just didn't have the sponsorship he needed.
That's how Red Bull works, apparently.
And like, in my opinion, like I'm gonna try to be as unbiased as possible. But I think considering some of the drivers that passed through Toro Rosso / AlphaTauri in these last few seasons, I think he was better than most of them.
Mm.
So,
and as Mario says, it's money and politics involved. Helmut doesn't have the final say.
Yeah. It's a shame. But...
Yeah. I mean, F1 behind the scenes is very just money and politically driven.
Yeah.
It's almost like the driving is one part, and then it's all of the behind the scenes that just goes on. I mean, it's quite interesting, but it's also like sometimes when you see that happen, it's a bit like, oh, sort of thing. Listen to the F1 podcast with
I'm Elgar Suari. Yeah, he used to drive for Toro Rosso in the early 2010s.
I was just listening to that Leclerc radio. Did you hear him?
Yeah.
It was just like...
didn't even sound right.
No. I was just quite angry. I mean, Ferrari doing Ferrari things. And he explains why he and his teammate both lost their seat on the day after a new car reveal. Yeah, no, I'll definitely give that a listen.
I think Elgar Suari got fired as well from Toro Rosso because it was back at the time where Red Bull and Toro Rosso were kind of like they weren't somewhat similar. But Red Bull wasn't the powerhouse that they are today. And in one of the races, Elgar Suari didn't let one of the Red Bull drivers pass, and he was in the Toro Rosso.
Yeah.
And he just had a massive discussion with Helmut Marko after the race, I believe. I'm not sure if it was race or qualifying, actually. But I do know that he had a massive argument with Helmut Marko afterwards. And, that was never going to work out for him.
Yeah.
Not like he was, like, a really good driver, but he was somewhat decent, I'd say. After that, he started a career as a DJ.
Boom, boom.
Quite interesting.
Are my Twitch messages getting through? No. Wait, not that I can see.
What, from Mr. Midnight?
Where are you messaging? Just on...
Oh, McLaren are pitting again. Who is that? Is that Lando? Oh, it's Piastri.
Oh.
It wasn't the Perez 1.9 second pit stop. Okay.
He was beating
One
world
point-
champions Michael Schumacher with a poor car, and yes, he is a DJ. He was a DJ as a F1 driver.
Yeah, he. I think he had a really good junior career, and he wasn't too bad in F1, but just ultimately, I think he said he then kind of lost the passion for F1, because I think he had an offer to stay at a different team for one of the seasons, where he just didn't end up taking it. I don't. I believe. Oh, Ricardo got overtaken by. No, it wasn't Ricardo. It was Tsunoda. My bad. Leclerc's gonna pit this lap.
Yeah, I don't think I can see your messages midnight, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't see them either.
I grew up in I'd be far during holidays with his parents. He won a title on year 1 in the category. All these drivers on the grid are awesome. The car makes a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like I look at the grid now, and I don't think any of them like don't deserve to be there. It's just obviously some of the tricky decisions behind the scene and like things that go on. Like obviously Nick, I think maybe deserved a little bit of more of a chance, but I'm sure we'll see Ferrari drivers jump out of the car and change the tyres themselves in the future. Maybe.
Saying that, it was actually a very good pit stop for Leclerc.
For once.
2.2 seconds. Let's see, Lando.
He's boxing.
A bit slower than first time, I think. Still good stop. 2.1. That was actually better than his first pit stop.
Nice. Oh, he locked
McLaren
up.
have on point with the pit stops today.
I just see the guy just waiting like...
Yeah.
Will Hamilton jump Piastri? Ooh. Or pastry.
Not sure. Still needs to pit, I believe. He does. Well, I don't know what happened to Alonso there. Oh, one of the guns wasn't working.
The pose of that mechanic was like GT7. The pose of that mechanic was like GT7. Zombie Poet's waiting for a car driving in.
Oh. Perez got DRS on Piastri.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Leclerc spinning in the pit lane. Might get a 5-second penalty there because of that.
What for? Sorry? Say that again?
Sorry?
What happened?
I think Leclerc just sped in the pit lane.
Oh. GT7 taking over the F1 world. It is. Also, I can see your messages now. I see you.
Oh. Lewis saying that he can't go much faster than he currently is at the moment.
Leclerc massively looked up into the pits. He did, yes.
Mm-hmm. Oh! Oh! That was close between those two. Piastri still fighting back though.
Yeah.
Ooh! Ooh! Oh
Oh.
my. Ooh, I want you to see that bit and let me know what you think of that move.
Ooh.
See what happened in the left-hander.
Kind of. Oh, yeah. Off into the dust.
Do you reckon that maybe Checo should have given him a little bit more space?
Maybe. Lewis looks like he's go hanging for a safety car. Maybe.
That was a late move from Piastri indeed. I think he should have. I think Oscar was warranted a little bit more space
He
there.
just got a warning flag for the track limits. That wasn't really his fault.
And Leclerc got the penalty in the end.
What, 5 or 10?
5 for speeding in the pit lane. Yeah.
That's harsh.
Piastri just sounds so calm there. Like Perez just shoved him off the track, and he was like, "Yeah, I think I."
Apparently, it was for turn 4 though, and that was turn 3. So maybe because of the slightly different line. It's been noted. Ferrari facepalm low. Yep, always. Ferrari just being Ferrari. Valtteri Bottas.
Very true. Like Oscar does seem quite composed for a rookie.
Yeah.
For like other drivers in general, I just know that if it was any other driver in that situation, they'd probably be screaming at the top of their lungs there because of what Perez did.
Yep. I agree.
Oh.
You're just like, yeah, you didn't give me enough room.
Oh, that was very on the limit there.
Yeah, and a big look up. Now, let's see Leclerc getting a 5-second penalty and still hold signs for position. Maybe.
Oh, I think you'll see the Piastri incident afterwards, or what got him the black and white flag.
Ever so slightly off. Oh, Lando's quite close to...
Yeah, to Hamilton. Oh, Hamilton is speeding.
No further investigation for the Oscar. And,
was it no further investigation?
Yeah,
or was
no
it
further
reviewed after the... Oh, okay.
Yeah. Lando being a bit grumpy on the radio there. I'm trying to do everything. Oh, Lewis is in.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Lewis probably lost quite some time for staying out that long on the hards. It should give him an advantage now, coming into these final laps.
But will he be able to catch anybody?
Well, let's see. Because he was gaining quite some time on Piastri towards the end of that of Piastri's last stint.
Yeah.
With him having fresher mediums. Let's see.
Do you think that Perez can catch Norris?
Well, 8.5 seconds at the moment. With, at least 19 laps to go. Can happen, but... Verstappen is going to box this lap as well.
Nice. Box, box, box.
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 I don't know why, but I'm feeling like someone is going to have an engine issue.
Well, like right towards the end or something. It just goes boom.
I mean, it doesn't have to be necessarily towards the end, but I'm feeling like someone is going to have an engine issue.
If so, who do you think it would be? If you could predict.
Don't know why, but I'm feeling like either one of the Red Bulls or one of the Ferrari.
Yeah?
Cars. I don't know why, but I'm feeling it.
Comparing the performance of Aston Martin, we can see how much others have improved, even closing in on Red Bull.
Yeah.
True. Seems like the Red Bull have still got the edge, though. And I think it will take a while for the teams to sort of really close up on Red Bull. Race pace wise, obviously qualifying, we can see that obviously some can slightly just get in front of Max. Sometimes that might just be Max accidentally just making a mistake here and there. So. But to be fair, it's what we all want, really. All the teams to be sort of close to each other and then make it more exciting. Valtteri Bottas.
Valtteri Bottas. Closing in on Albon. So I've been a bit quiet today, both of them. Oh, that's very close.
Red Bull working on next year. We will have some great races. Second part of the season, Mercedes have built a new car and are somewhat competitive.
I'm curious to see how McLaren will do in the next few races.
Yeah.
Because they've been doing quite well, actually. Tracks with a bit of a different nature to an extent, but I'd like to see if this performance stays.
Yeah.
If their performance stays like this for
a few more races
before judging how good the car is. Yeah.
I still think the R&D aero limits need refining and decreasing for the top 2 to 3 teams compared to those further back to close up to the grid. Take off another 10%, 8%, etc., etc.
Well, I saw something today as well. I want to see if I can find it again. But I believe that Red Bull found like a loophole on the development on the development rules. There you go. That might help them out think it was something to do with like the cooling systems.
Mm-hmm.
That pretty much allow them. I'm not entirely sure, like how there were some specific stuff they were mentioning it. But basically, it said that if they wanted to develop something, if they had an excuse of involving any cooling systems to it, they wouldn't spend any R&D and CFD time, I believe.
Yeah.
But if I find it, I might have to find it after the race, because I'm not sure where I have it. I know I have it on my phone, but I can't obviously have a look at it now. But I'll try to see if I can find that afterwards.
Mm.
Well, Perez has already gained at least like almost 2 seconds on Lando, at least 1.5. Bottas and Albon again.
The immediate need for performance from other teams often result in rush decisions and time loss. Red Bull have the time, and the other hand, it has this. It was the same with Mercedes before. They had more time and a better starting car. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and did you see as well regarding development? Apparently, if I'm not sure. I think it was Alpine. That obviously they have a big power deficit on their engine. Apparently, somewhere in the region of the 20 to 33 brake horsepower, it was stated in by a few sources, and F1 was discussing the possibility of doing an engine equalization.
Yeah.
Coming into the Belgian Grand Prix.
Mm.
Because of the engine competitiveness, and considering that the development is frozen until 2026, apart from reliability, what do you think? Because I think it kind of goes a little bit against the nature of Formula One, but all of a sudden they could gain a lot of performance from it as well, which could be a little bit unfair.
Yeah.
But
15 laps to go.
Because it's that thing. They might have made a mistake in their engine development, but I think it's. Oh, Norris is feisty on the radio. Obviously, like when other teams make mistakes regarding other parts of the car, this wasn't even like considered. I just feel that them gaining that performance, that engine performance, like just out of the blue, seems a bit unfair for some other teams at least.
They say Norris is a bit feisty. They're just like, don't tell me.
Has a different race engineer today. I think this was one of the. I think someone that is doing an internship at McLaren, and they just replace the engineers to give them some experience. It's interesting to see that.
Yeah.
Oh, Hamilton is the back of Piastri at the moment.
Oh, that's quite close.
It's going to be interesting. He has DRS on him.
F1 should allow more boost electrical to lower cars on the grid. Maybe that could help him a bit. Maybe. The sort of thing they do in BTC, see that? With the hybrid.
Yeah. Could be interesting, Well, there goes Hamilton.
Yep.
That
Perez
was
will need
easy.
to pit again, I think, question mark.
Let me check.
Oh, how old are those hards? I'm not sure.
So let me check that. So, Checo, no, he's already pitted twice. So Checo went from hards to mediums, and now he's on another set of mediums. He's done 14 laps on them.
Ah.
I reckon it's going to be one of those things. If he has a big enough gap to Hamilton, they'll just probably pit him for the softs so that he can get the fastest lap points or whatever. But out of let me actually check this stat. So out of the drivers in the top 5, Perez and Piastri have the oldest tires,
Mm-hmm.
oldest set of mediums. So Verstappen's mediums are 6 laps old. Then Lando's are 13, Perez 15, Hamilton 8, and Piastri 15.
Mm.
Saying that, I think Danny Rick might have to pit again.
Yeah. I was gonna say, out of everyone, I reckon him.
Because he's done a stint on the mediums, roughly 19 laps or something. Then went on to the hards for a short period, and then he's been on that set of medium tires now for 28 laps.
Yeah, quite a while.
And he's still got another 11 laps to do.
Because he pitted quite close to it, each time, and I was like, oh.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, he's doing all right, but like you said, I think he'll definitely have to pit again before the end, unless he just kind of nurses those tires towards the end, really, really has to, sort of thing.
Yeah. Got a comfortable gap to Hulkenberg. But Lando is gonna catch some traffic. And Perez is closing in quickly. He's only 4 seconds behind him now.
Oh. Perez is gaining on Lando. Yeah.
Perez gains so much time on this lap. Well, that was a bit rude from Lando. But it was fair enough. Just should have moved out of the way sooner.
Yeah, so Lando does sound frustrated today.
Commentators are suggesting that it was on purpose to let Perez catch up to Norris. Obviously, with Yuki being in the AlphaTauri.
Yeah, it looks a little bit smoother now. I agree. Ooh. So do we reckon, will Lando keep second or will he go to third?
Well, at this rate, I think it's going to be difficult for him to stay there.
Perez won't pit, he has pace in them tyres, he will get Lando, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Max's engineer.
Checking in.
Just checking it.
Lando's struggling with the car now, it seems it.
Yeah. He catched up like with this traffic in a bit of a bad part of the track as well.
Yeah.
Caught up to the traffic, that's what I meant to say. I can't English today.
Don't worry. I can't usually.
No, that's not true, is it?
Yeah, I was just
I
was just listening to that, the commentators, Mario. They were just saying, is it a bit of team or like team play from Ferrari with Sainz staying about 5 seconds away from Leclerc as almost like a buffering zone for Russell as well.
Not really sure, but like Russell is closing in at the moment.
Ferrari Big Bang thinking, same, it's 4th, 6th and 7th low. Yeah.
Because like surely, like I know they're only fighting for those positions, but surely they wouldn't want Sainz to slow down that much in order to cost them points.
What you'd think. Yeah. Might lose position to Russell and lose the 5 seconds to Leclerc. Yeah.
Oh yeah, just don't forget that Leclerc still has the 5-second penalty, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's what they were saying. That's why they think Sainz has been ordered to kind of like
right.
stay 5 seconds ish away from Leclerc. And almost like slow Russell down for them as well.
Oh, Russell? What he has to say there?
Guaranteed to lose positions if you do that. Ooh.
Considering pitting, Russell or wants them to consider pitting.
How long has Danny been on those mediums?
Let me check. He has been on the mediums for 33 laps. The longest stint on the mediums out of every single driver at the moment. On one set of mediums, that is.
Russell get both Ferraris? Maybe, maybe not. He seems to be struggling at the moment.
Ooh, he's so close to Carlos now.
Oh, that was close.
Yeah, he gained 1.5 seconds on Carlos. Carlos must have made a big mistake as well.
Or they think maybe Russell's like radio call is a bit of a bluff.
Yeah.
He won't need to pass Leclerc, remember, just signs. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Saying this, they have lost some time to Charles as well. But this is going to be a lot tighter now. Because if Russell manages to overtake Sainz, which he should do at some point,
Yeah.
then there he goes, I think. Yeah, Leclerc is going to be super vulnerable now. Because Russell is looking strong on those mediums. Yeah, there he goes. Leclerc, you need to start pushing out.
Ferrari brilliance again, I know, right?
So as it stands, Russell is only 8 tenths away from getting Leclerc as well.
Has Perez nuked his mediums? Potentially. I was looking at that gap actually. I was thinking back to 4 seconds.
Let's see. He might have. Hamilton is closing in on him as well. Some, like, kind of. Not really. Still got a decent gap, but.
Yeah, it might just be managing the tyres now.
Yeah.
Just like, basically, get it home.
Let me just say, what a lackluster performance from Aston Martin. Just seem to be absolutely nowhere today, both of them.
Yeah, well, obviously, at the moment they'll get a few points, but considering where they were at the start of the season, yeah, it's definitely a not a good showing for them. But like we said, if they're not doing any upgrades and the teams around them are, then it would probably be more than likely then that will become the new normal of them just barely getting points.
Yeah. I just hope they have.
Seems to be falling back from Norris and towards Hamilton. Yeah.
Hamilton is gaining loads of time now.
Go on, Hamilton. Get him. Get him.
Get him. Piastri, like, he struggled a lot in those last stints, didn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, he's probably managing at this point. Russell is already less than 5 seconds behind Leclerc, so.
That's a position gained without necessarily having to pass, so. Merck seems to be a lot better on low fuel compared to earlier. Yeah, the commentators were saying that as well. As long as it's like low fuel, they seem to just get going again.
Danny Rick, 36 laps on the mediums.
And saying that, Mario just said a good race for Danny Rick, all things considered. Surely some data to analyse and sort the car set up for the next race. That car was a handful at the start. Yeah. Definitely.
He did a good comeback to get up to 13th again.
They're saying that, right? I was listening to the commentary earlier, and apparently Helmut Marko thinks it will take about 4 to 5 races for Ricciardo to get back up to pace. But
it's already so far ahead of Yuki.
That's what I'm saying, but also it's like they're basically giving him as much time as they gave Nick. Like, just a little bit shorter. Basically being like, oh, you'll be fine. Then in probably like 5 races time, they'll probably be like, oh. Hopefully not. Hopefully it's a good start for Danny Rick. And the only way is up, as they say. And he gets some performance out of that AlphaTauri.
Ooh, Bottas is closing in on Albon again for P11.
Shame about Aston's pace today and the last couple of weekends. Yeah, we were saying they haven't brought any upgrades compared to the other teams, so they're starting to fall back quite a bit.
Oh, yellow flag sector 2.
Oh, what's happened?
Sargent. What happened? Oh, he's still moving. I thought it was going to be the the engine failure, but apparently no concerns whatsoever. Look at. Have you noticed how small the gap between Hamilton and Perez is?
Right yeah, now? I just saw that. Well, it's got one lap. He's got one lap to try and get him.
Oh, Sargent. Spun there. Ooh, almost collected Sonova.
Ooh. I've not seen it yet. I think I'm about to see it. Alright, let's see it.
That was close.
Oh. 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 That was close. But Sonoda is just like, please.
Sargent is retiring from the race. Like, what was the point? Was only one lap left. Okay.
That's a bit pointless.
Sure. Sure thing.
Bit pointless, but, you know. Another lap and Hamilton will get him? Yeah, I agree.
Hamilton is closing in quickly. I saw a stat a few minutes ago, not sure if you noticed as well, that he had gained like 6-point-something seconds to Checo in the last 5 laps. Like at that point. So massive turn up in pace there for him. Russell might genuinely overtake Leclerc without even needing to be like just overtake him on track.
Yeah. Logan Sargent brake failure, perhaps, maybe. Not sure.
Maybe.
Over 30
seems to be overheating.
Yeah. Over 30 seconds win for Max, it's still a joke.
Yeah, 33 seconds.
I'm surprised at this point he's just not like lapped the whole grid. Like
yeah.
Because I'm surprised that's just not happened.
I saw that Hamilton was saying that Red Bull have done a few things in order to not make them look as dominant as they are. It's like tuning down the engine, just that sort of stuff, sandbagging basically.
Perez's drive today was good. Shows how good the car is. Yeah,
it's pretty good. But then again, he probably shouldn't have started in P9 to start off. But still a good recovery drive.
Lando, him. Yeah,
nice for Lando. Also Piastri, even though he struggled on the last couple of stints, still finishing P5. That's pretty good.
McLaren, you get a round of applause today. Well done.
Well done. Yeah, and Russell as well. He came from 18th to 6th.
Yeah.
Right. Not a bad race car, is it?
McLaren points in 2 races is awesome. Yeah. McLaren podium, and obviously Piastri not being that far off either.
Yeah.
I think they can carry on, fingers crossed, if they can carry on like this. It'll be a good rest of the season.
Honestly, like, especially with both Alpine cars DNFing.
Yeah.
That was really good for McLaren. Let me check out the standings, constructor standings.
It's 44 wins for Verstappen.
12 in a row for Red Bull.
44. No, it's just not like the.
Yeah.
It's just that number. It's just like, oh.
Really insulting the ones, isn't it?
Yeah. The irony. It's just like, oh my god. Oh.
Okay, so this is massive for McLaren because they were 12 points ahead of Alpine coming into this weekend. And they've now scored just like, what, 20-something points combined?
Yeah.
So this is going to give them a big cushion.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Also, ridiculous thing to see, like it's going to change now, but like coming into this weekend,
yeah,
Mercedes were 208 points behind Red Bull.
What?
Sure.
What? Imagine the gold pot for all the win bonus for Max. Millions. I know. Jesus Christ. Max has more points on his own than the second manufacturer. Oh, that rubs salts in the wounds. That does.
Scuderia Max Verstappen, anyone? Crazy. It's crazy.
Crazy. You crazy.
Crazy. That's crazy. You crazy.
Like we'll watch the podium celebrations and then we'll do our ranking. You might have to bear with me for a minute, everyone, because I haven't had the time to like adjust everything because normally Midnight does it all. But it's good to see you, Midnight, and I hope you're doing well. And yeah, I hope you're feeling a bit better today. You got this. I don't got this, but thanks. Because every time, I'll show you what happens. Every time I go onto a different app, right, or do like anything different, Pedro just disappears. He just disappears. Then when I go back, he's back.
Like I did a few minutes ago. Like during the race, I just went poof.
I know. See, look, every time what's up? Hi, Pedro.
Yeah.
Hi, Pedro. So I don't know how this is gonna work, but we'll give it a go. So he'll disappear briefly. Very briefly. While I adjust. So what do we normally have? We have A star.
Yes. A.
Wait. A star. A.
Isn't that B?
B.
Then we have all sorts of C. C plus.
All sorts of C. I was just like, wow, the whole rest of the ranking system just C.
C.
C. Goes A, B, and then C all the way down. Add a row above. Add another row. So we have A star, A, B, C plus.
C minus.
C minus.
D, E, and F. And then non-applicable, is it?
F, and then non-applicable.
Right.
Oh. What did I do there? I don't know what I did. What did I do? What did I do?
There you go.
Non-applicable. Cool, I'm just getting it all sorted. So Pedro, if you wanna say what you enjoyed about the race or anything like that, or any stuff you want to talk about while I get it ready.
I mean, think it was one of those races, like just that loads of action at the beginning because of the crash in lap 1. Then things kind of settled in. Second stints were actually quite a few passes, like just good overtakes, nice strategy calls, like particular from McLaren. But it was enjoyable, but it wasn't like the best race I've ever seen type of deal. Like, still a solid race regardless. And I'd still rank it above many races we've had this season. But I just feel like in every weekend, not sure if you're feeling the same, if anyone else is feeling the same, but like the qualifying sessions this season have been so good, like all of them.
Yeah.
Like every single qualifying session has been good, with like just either having an unexpected elimination, or just someone finishing way above where they usually do, or someone turning up and having loads of pace all of a sudden. Like, just this unpredictability just has been making the qualifying sessions very good. My opinion.
It didn't save, no, unfortunately, midnight, so I'm having to put it all in. Did you just hear what Lando said?
What?
Rosberg asked, oh, so it's the win next, and then Lando went, well, if Max retires, yes. I love his sarcasm. It was just like, if Max goes, then yeah. Right, add row above. I'll just go add E, and then we're ready. And then we're ready.
Oh, yeah. Also, I do want to apologize for not being able to cover qualifying yesterday. Just came back home from vacation, and I wasn't expecting to come back yesterday, let alone only arriving home at the time I did. So
don't worry.
Yeah, but they could resume to the same.
Don't worry. Be happy.
Oh my god, just cracked my neck there.
So we'll move to this screen for this one.
I'm blue.
I'm trying to get you to appear again. Where are you? This one? Done? Whoa!
Whoa there, dude.
Whoa there, dude. Whoa. Right. Look at that. This. Oh no, we don't do that. That makes it weird. Sorry. Jesus, how big is this? How big is this thing? Bloody hell. My god. Right, make it a bit smaller, shall we? Alright.
Yes. Let's go.
Oh, I don't. Oh, I moved it again.
It's okay. Take your time.
I'm trying to get you. Oh, oh! Stop doing that! I don't want to do that. No. Stop.
Oh god.
We're getting there. Right. Bear with.
Okay. There you go.
There we go. Sorted.
It's kind of on top of your fish, though.
I mean, it isn't. It's like kind of. I mean, it's just gonna have to stay there at the moment. Because I should be able to just, There we are. How do I bring you back, though? Huh? Where are you? Where have you gone?
I'm still here. Oh, Checo
Wait.
got driver of the day, by the way.
Who would you have picked for driver of the day?
You know, even though, well, I think I could say like one of the McLaren boys. I don't know. I think there are so many drivers who performed at a good level today. Like I could say both Mercedes drivers as well.
Yeah.
Because like Russell came from so far back on the grid and recovered really well. Hamilton had really good pace. I mean, even though he was P1 and then just lost the positions at the start, he still did somewhat of a good performance. Like Lando was pretty good. Max was just dominant.
As always, apparently.
Their reaction to the incident between Piastri and Checo was quite something.
Yeah, so,
Checo is like, I don't care, mate. Still finished 20-something seconds ahead of Piastri. Oh, what happened there?
I don't know, to be honest.
The Max Verstappen podcast.
Got a new guest today.
No, you remember when Lando did that post saying next thing again next week?
Yeah.
Like when it was him, Lewis, and Max. It almost happened. Saying that. It almost happened again. So right. I'm gonna put the data stuff in here.
Alright. You've got the qualifying and the results, yeah?
Yeah, I do.
Cool. I don't know how I'm gonna keep you here. Because every time I go on the thing, it's just like boop.
I mean, you can always just put my logo there instead of my camera.
I know, but I obviously want you to be there, you know.
After all, you can kind of see the similarities.
True, to be fair, you look quite similar. Can I just check? Can you see Pedro? If anyone's watching, can you see him still? Because I'm not on that screen anymore, so I can't actually see him. Just watching things.
I'm waving.
Logo only. Oh.
Yeah, just don't worry too much about it. Like, if needed, just put my logo there.
I don't see why Discord do it, you know. They're just like,
I'm back.
I'm here. I'm here. You know. I'm here.
Hello.
Discord, sort your self out.
Midnight saying, if a Chrome tier page is maximized, Discord stops capturing.
I'm not on Chrome though. Come on. Oh, it's just
Sarah, don't worry too much. If needed, just put my logo. Where's the tier list now?
I know, it just disappeared. It just went poof.
Just I had. Don't worry, just take your time.
Or Firefox with the tier ranking thingy if it's maximized.
Oh.
Discord won't show capture. Well, it's maximized. It's showing. It just Pedro's face is not showing.
Do you want me to like turn off the camera and turn it on again?
No, it's not you. It's me. It's not you. It's me. Well, we might just have to roll with without Pedro.
Yeah. Like if you have to do it, just put my logo there. Instead, and it's all good.
Because it basically, but I have to have like on the bottom. I have to be hovering over the Discord tab, then Pedro's face to appear.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm on any different thing, then you're just not there.
Mm. Don't know then.
There we are. You can have Pedro's logo. And then we'll get Pedro back in a second, alright? Sorry about the technical difficulty. It's not a hawky stream
good.
without some sort of technical issue. But
It's all good. These things happen. It's all good.
we will we'll get on with the ranking system now then.
Okay.
So we shall start with, who do you want to start with? Top or bottom of the list?
What have we done last time round?
I can't remember. I can't
Should we
remember
do
what I
it-
did yesterday.
Should we just do it in the order they're showing right now?
Yeah,
From
can do.
left to right? Okay.
Can do. So that means we start with Mr. Albono, Alex Albon.
Albono started P16, finished P11. 14 seconds behind Stroll.
Ooh.
Worth mentioning that his strategy was quite weird.
Yeah.
So if you wanna know, he started on the mediums and pitted before Stroll, who was on the softs. And then he just did like 2 stints on the hards, but the second stint was longer than Stroll's. I think it was lapping quicker as well at some point.
Who would you go for?
Well,
I heard myself again. I was like, wait.
well, so he started. Okay, so Gasly was behind. Was he behind Albon? No. Both ahead of him, both Alpines, weren't they? No, ahead of him, that's what I meant to say. Yeah, so.
Well, I've just seen that they've not updated.
They've
still got Nick. So we'll have to treat Nick as Danny Rick.
Oops.
Oops. So Albon, Midnight's going for a B. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I'd probably say a high C plus or a B. Yeah.
We'll rate him in B to start off with. And then we'll kind of see where we rate everybody else. Sound good? Cool. So Fernando Alonso.
So he started P8, finished P9. Let me just see what happened to him then.
At one point, he was like, "Oh, well, let's put pressure on the Ferraris," and then kind of just from then, just didn't really do anything.
Yeah, it's one of those again. Like I don't think he has done anything particularly wrong, but it wasn't a great performance either.
No.
Probably say just right about like somewhere like, I don't know, maybe a C.
Yeah.
Oh, did you only put C plus and C minus?
Yeah.
Okay. What would you say? I'd say like high C minus or low C plus. Probably.
Well, Midnight.
I think a C minus would be a bit harsh on him. What do you think?
Oh. Alonso C plus ish, and then maybe C minus. Or we'll rate him in C minus for now, and then if needed, we'll adjust. So, Valtteri Bottas.
Well, so he started P7, finished P12. Very weird strategy once again. Started on the mediums, but pitted super early. Then did 2 stints on the hards. And he finished. He was a little bit stuck behind Albon. Finished less than a second behind him. I don't know. We don't know what to think, because I don't believe it was
Yeah.
necessarily a bad race, but saying that, losing
No, but-
5 places,
Yeah, saying that the Alpha is obviously race pace wise still not great.
still not great. Yeah.
Oh, C minus from Midnight. What would you
Minus.
say? I was either going for a D or a C minus.
Yeah, kind of stuck between those two as well. Put him in. I'd say maybe D, because
Yeah, he did lose 5 places compared to
Yes.
Alonso losing 1.
and he was technically stuck behind Albon, which like that Williams was just not
Mm-hmm.
good around here today. So
Yeah,
maybe a bit harsh, but I don't know.
maybe. I don't know. So, Nick De Vries obviously
Nick De
is
Vries.
Daniel Ricciardo. So we'll just treat him as Daniel Ricciardo right now. About
Okay.
what do you think on his first race back? Jumping in the AlphaTauri.
Well,
What are we rating him?
I do have some impressive stats here, because like
Okay.
he started P13, obviously,
Mhm.
finished P13,
Mm-hmm.
but he did a 40 lap stint on another set of mediums.
Damn. On mediums.
So he pitted around like he pitted like lap 30, went from there to the end of the race on that same set of medium tires, and still finished ahead of like I don't know, all these people. And he got a bit screwed at the start because of Zhou.
Mm-hmm.
Because of Zhou bumping into him.
Yeah.
So-
Danny B, all things considered, and that amazing medium stint.
Yeah,
I'd rate him a B.
I probably
Or maybe a C plus, I'm not sure.
I think I'd definitely put him top of C plus. I wouldn't put him any lower than C plus, but I mean, we know that AlphaTauri isn't that good, and he outqualified and outraced Yuki today.
For his first race back, should we put him in B?
Yeah,
Yeah, just to be nice.
he had a mammoth task to get on that set of mediums from lap 30 until the end.
Obviously, for anybody that's going to watch it again, we know this is Nick, but we're just, because we don't have a Danny Rick picture, we're just using it as, this is Danny Rick, okay?
He's looking a little bit more different than normal.
Yeah. He's a little bit Dutch. So, next one. Pierre Gasly.
I think like him and Ocon, we can just put him in unapplicable because they didn't even do a lap. Like there was nothing they could have done there.
Not really.
Be realistic. They were just like victims of like a poor start, and then just Zhou just being a little bit clumsy.
They took each other out again.
Yeah, but like in this case, it's not like they could have done anything because Ocon just got pushed into Gasly. Like Australia was a bit different. Maybe Gasly could have give Ocon a bit more space there.
Yeah.
But on this occasion, I don't think any of them were at fault for both colliding.
Mm-hmm. So, Lewis Hamilton.
Okay, so he obviously started P1, finished P4.
Mm-hmm. Was closing in on Perez at the end. Right
at
the end.
Like, I think if it wasn't for that, it was a little bit of an average performance from him. Perhaps a bit on the underwhelming, but considering that recovery drive on that last stint, like he was on the verge of the podium. I don't know. This one is a bit difficult for me to judge. What do you reckon?
So I just saw Nico Rosberg takes pictures outside the garage. And he took a picture of Max Verstappen garages yesterday for quali, and then obviously he didn't get pole. He took a picture outside Lewis Hamilton's garage today, and obviously Lewis didn't get an amazing result. So it said, Rosberg strikes again.
Sir, I think we've missed something as well.
What?
On the podium, apparently Lando just broke Verstappen's trophy.
Really?
What? Yeah. Like, Matt Gallagher, who used to be from WTF1, he just was something saying, "Oh my God, did Lando Norris just break Verstappen's P1 trophy?" And McLaren said, "Sorry, Max." What's up there? I want to see that now.
Yeah, I want to see that. We missed that.
I want to see that. What happened there? Yeah, sorry for going off topic.
No, I want to see that as well now. Oh.
Because they're like porcelain, aren't they? These trophies.
Oh, I just seen it from the Sky Sports F1. It's because he does that thing where he hits the bottle down. And for the spray, the trophy's like right at the edge, and then it just went onto the floor.
No. Oh no! Oh my goodness!
He's laughing as well. He looks down and then he's like, "Oh no!"
Oh dear, we are in trouble.
I'll have to send it to you.
Oh, please do.
Oh my god,
Because
it's on Sky Sports F1 though. I'm not sure if you can watch it. I'll have to try and save it somehow. That's fine. Sorry for going off topic, guys. I couldn't help it.
Wait, let me see. I think it's trying to load. My internet might be a bit slow. I'll probably just have a look at it like after the stream or something.
He looks down.
He's like,
oh. Right. Let's get back.
Let's get back to it. So.
Oh god. So Hamilton, Lewis B, solid Merc, or Ford hard tyres.
Yeah.
I just can't stop thinking of the trophy now. It just falls off, and then I think parts of it just go in like millions of pieces. Oh god! Luckily they're best friends. Otherwise, you'd be so annoyed. Maybe like Norris is like, I've got like he's got enough now. He's got too many trophies. I'll just break this one. Right. So what are we saying on Hamilton?
Wait, just give me a second because I don't understand why this isn't loading now. I want to open the tab with like the race results and all that, but it's not opening. Wait, there you go. I don't know. Yeah, I think I can justify a B, to be honest. Like, just because of those last stints. Like, he was closing in on Perez, like, a few more laps, and he would have definitely got the podium.
Also, I don't know why, I was just literally just going dragging, like, the little picture left, right, left, right, left, right. Charles Leclerc, or Leclerc.
Late. So, he started P6, finished P7.
Had a really bad stop.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yes, he had the bad stop. Then again, he had that rookie error of speeding into the pit lane as well.
True.
I don't think he lost any positions because of that. Like, Russell finished ahead of him on track anyways.
Yep.
I think. So...
Midnight is voting for a C-. Would you agree?
C-. Yeah, I guess so. Because then he wasn't particularly impressive today.
No. Kevin Magnussen.
If anything, he also kind of held up signs on that first stint.
True, yeah.
Okay, Kevin Magnussen. He started P19, finished P17, but having in mind that
Ferrari D minus.
both Alpines crashed, and then Sargent was ahead of him actually out of the race, so kind of benefited from all of that. But that just doesn't have anything in the race, does it?
No. Where did you say he finished again?
He started P19, finished P17
with 3 non-runners.
3 DNFs, yeah.
Yeah. So dead last.
You could say D, maybe.
D? Would you rate him a D or an E? Considering we got Bottas in D. Or should we move Bottas up to C?
I'm not sure if you can move Bottas up because, I just don't think Bottas's performance was at the same level as Alonso.
Where did that come from?
Different cars and all that, but
So, a D? Or an E? Or are you moving Bottas?
I'd still, I don't know. I think I'd still put him in the same tier as Bottas, just for different reasons, obviously.
Midnight just played Newt in my ears, so where did that come from? Alright, so Lando Norris, where are we rating him?
Lando started P3, finished P2, finished 33 seconds behind Verstappen, but there was nothing he could have done there, I don't think.
For breaking his trophy, I'm just going to rate him A-star.
I'm going to put him in F.
Where would you rate him?
Considering he still finished ahead of some pretty quick cars, and that undercut worked perfectly for him, I think I could give him an A.
Yeah, I was going to say A. I think A-star maybe a little bit closer to Max, a little bit.
Yeah.
You just quack.
Yes.
A little bit less moany, and then I probably would have rated him an A-star. But I'd rate him an A-star for breaking Verstappen's trophy all day. Alright, so Checo, where are we rating him?
So started P9, finished P3. Was losing a bit of pace towards the end, even though he had 7-lap older mediums compared to Hamilton.
Yep.
But I mean, all things considered, it's with Checo, it's that thing because, yes, it's a good recovery drive, but then again, he shouldn't have started P9.
Yeah.
So even though it was a good performance from him, I just don't think he did any mistakes. It's kind of hard for me to justify putting him in A, for example. But I guess a B.
Top of B or bottom of B or?
See, that's what it's costing me to rank because he's got such a good car that he's kind of expected to make up those places. Then again, he has to drive well to be there in the first place. So
yeah.
Should we put him top of B then? I don't know. Yeah. He was the driver of the day after all. So.
Okay. Oh, I lost my voice. Okie dokie. Oscar Pastry.
Started P4, finished P5.
They get unlucky.
Yeah, that undercut from Lando.
Start though.
But he was on it on that first stint. Well, do you want to put him in a B as well?
Yeah.
B is the new C.
B is the new C. Alright, so Carlos Sainz.
Sainz. So he started P11, finished P8. See, that wasn't. Neither of the Ferraris.
Yeah,
none of them were particularly great today. That car has got some major issues still.
Oh, 100%.
Still, that's P8.
Midnight saying C plus.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, out of the two, I think he was slightly better than Leclerc.
Yeah, he
He
was kind
got
of held
held
up
up, yeah.
and had to do that dirty work of like just trying to keep Russell within 5 seconds of Leclerc because of the penalty. Obviously, it didn't work out, but he was a bit clumsy whilst defending against. I'm not sure if it was Checo. I think it was Checo. So I don't know. C plus. I think it's kind of fitting.
Oh, so moving on to Logan Sargent, also known by Matt and Tommy as Logie Bear.
Logie Sarge.
Or Logie Sarge or Logie Bear. Where are we rating him? Considering right at the end he decided to retire the car.
He started P20, was going to finish P18. So
he was going to finish last anyway.
Yeah, that Williams just wasn't working out well here, even though Albon got P11 to be fair. But I think I'd say because like if I rank him a D, I think we're gonna have to move up Bottas a place. But then again, I'm not sure if Bottas really deserves to be in that same tier, like with a C minus. What do you reckon?
No.
Because I feel that ranking Logan like in an E or an F just feels way too harsh.
Yeah, I mean we can rate him the bottom of the D.
And maybe move Bottas up then, I guess.
What, to the bottom of C?
C minus.
Can do. Right, so.
But if anything, let me just say, like, if Bottas is on the C minus, I don't think he's really deserving of being ahead of anyone else that we might consider putting here. That's the case.
Okay, so Stroll.
Stroll started P14, finished P10. Did 35 laps on the hards on that last stint. Was impressive. Second highest stint on the hards. Then again, it wasn't a particularly good performance from him. Like if you look at the numbers, it looks good, but it's not like his performance was super impressive because he still finished 23 seconds behind Alonso.
Do we rate him with Alonso or?
Probably, but I'd put him behind Alonso.
Behind Alonso or and behind Leclerc or?
I'm just so divided because then again he made up 4 places. She's still pretty good, but should we put him behind Alonso just because he finished?
Yeah.
Just because he was lapped, anyways.
Okay. So Yuki Tsunoda
started P17, finished P15. He went on all sets of dry tires available. Well, he finished. He only finished 2 tenths behind Hulkenberg, but I don't think that's really helping his case, isn't it?
No.
Put him C minus as well, or maybe do you reckon that's too high?
Well, I don't know. Would you rate him in front of Bottas or behind?
I think I'd still put him ahead of Bottas.
Yeah.
Just because, like, Bottas losing 5 places, I know that probably being a bit harsh because that Alpha looked quick in qualifying, but as you said, in the race, it didn't look brilliant. But we still can't ignore the fact that he lost 5 places.
True. Max Verstappen.
I mean, like, the win was never in question, I think. Like, should we put him in A star just because he finished? Like, he was so dominant today, like 33 seconds ahead of Lando.
Might as well. Yeah, no mistakes either. Was just having a chit chat on the radio. Right. Moving on. Nothing else needs to be said. So, Joe, where are you rating him?
I'm tempted to give him either an E or an F.
That
because he
start was
started
bad.
P5 and finished. He started P5, finished P16. He had a horrible start off the line, caused that big kerfuffle that ended like both Alpine's races right there. Probably caused some damage on Danny Rick's car. Yeah, I think it was like qualifying was very impressive. The race just wasn't.
Mm-hmm. I
What would you
agree.
give him?
Either or, really, to be honest. Do you rate him F for Ferrari's second team?
I'm really tempted just because of how much carnage he created and the fact that he lost 11 places from where he qualified.
So Nico Hülkenberg.
Unfortunately, even though I feel like it's justified giving him an F, I still feel like a bit bad for Joe.
Yeah, I mean, qualifying is obviously only one part of the weekend, and the race obviously makes up for all of the points, etc. So qualifying was really good. And the race start, especially, was just quite bad.
It was a bit uncharacteristic as well from him because he doesn't usually do these types of mistakes. Like I don't know, maybe reckon a bit of he was feeling a bit anxious or nervous.
Maybe
because of where he was starting, I guess.
Or might have accidentally just pressed the wrong thing or something like that. But it just shows one simple mistake like that just can affect your race.
Yeah.
For the whole race.
Yeah.
And other people's races.
True.
So, moving on, Nico Hülkenberg.
Started P10, finished P14. He was quite far ahead of Magnussen.
Mm-hmm.
I think if we compare both of them, like Magnussen was absolutely nowhere in terms of pace. But you see, I think in this case, I don't know. I feel like giving him a C minus as well.
Mm-hmm.
But going back to that statement I made earlier about putting Bottas in there, not putting anyone behind him. What do you reckon? Because I think ultimately the Haas is a better car than the Alpha, even if marginally.
Yeah.
But Bottas started ahead, so I'm not really sure how to classify
it's a difficult
this.
one, yeah.
Because like Hülkenberg lost 4 positions, Bottas lost 5, but then again Bottas started ahead of Hülkenberg. So
you rate him with Bottas? Just in front?
I think so. Probably, yeah.
Just an average race really for the Haas.
Yeah.
So George Russell.
George Russell started P18, finished P6. I think he's in strong contention for an A. Do you reckon? Or wouldn't? Who was saying that?
Oh, I don't know.
Oof. Because like he's made up 12 places. Then again, it's one of those cases like he shouldn't have been
all the way down
that far down the order in the first place. But his recovery drive was so impressive. Yeah, he still finished behind Hamilton. Like he was nowhere near like Hamilton's pace. Even though at some point, even after Hamilton pitted, he was still ahead of him. And team orders made them let Hamilton go through. But saying that, he was only 3 seconds behind Piastri in the end.
Yeah. Oh, difficult one. Because like you say, it's like he shouldn't be that far back, but get through the field, done a pretty good job. Well, I don't know.
12 places. Like, he gained 12 places, and it's not like...
Should we rate him an A then? I mean...
Yeah, I'd put him behind Lando, though.
Mm-hmm.
So let me... Like, do you want to review anything? Like, just maybe change any drivers from where they are?
Well, A plus Max, A Lando and George, B Perez, Hamilton, Piastri, Albon, Danny Rick, C plus Carlos, C minus Fernando, Stroll, Leclerc, Yuki, Hulk, Bottas, Logie, and Kevin and D. Oh, I don't know. I'm feeling like I probably would drop Bottas down to a D.
Yeah.
What about you?
Okay. Yeah, I feel like it's fair enough.
What about Hulk? I think Hulk literally just...
Yeah, just barely
gets into the city. I mean, I agree with Joe. Like, he lost a lot of places. The start wasn't great.
But wait, let me actually, now that I'm thinking about it, let's just put this into perspective. Like, Danny Rick had to do that massive stint on the mediums and still finished 15 seconds ahead of Hulkenberg. Granted, Hulkenberg was on the hards.
Yep.
And if you compare that with Bottas, like, Bottas was close to Albon, even though he couldn't overtake him.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, he was closer to the points than Hulkenberg was technically, like, closer to overtaking Danny Rick. So, do you reckon that has a factor in all of this?
What, drop?
Because technically, they both started in a point-scoring position, but they fell backwards.
Where would you rate them then? Based off that information.
Like, Albon, where did we put Albon? Did we put him on a B?
We put him on a B, yeah.
Like 5 places, though.
With Danny Rick.
5 places. Danny Rick in a B. Oh, man. Because, like, yeah, then Bottas fell behind, but he started in a high point-scoring position, inverted commas, like, technically. Oh, I don't know.
I mean, should we move Hulk down? Or is that being mean?
Yeah, I think it would be a bit harsh because, like, he was better than Magnussen. Like, if we are comparing, like, from teammates, obviously Magnussen is behind him in this tier list.
To be fair, then I think, like, we've done an alright job.
Yeah, I think if anything,
we're probably just overthinking it now.
Yeah, if anything, I think that Hulkenberg barely survives there.
Yeah, he's literally just got into the C minus, and
no, I'm so divided because then again, I don't think. The more I think about, like, that gap of, like, Bottas could have finished P11, he was right there. Like, I don't know.
But like you say, he started quite far up.
Yeah, started quite far up. I
didn't mean to move him down.
Let's just leave it like this then.
Right, so unfortunately we can't rate the Alpines because they're basically out lap 1. But that is our tier list. If you agree with any of them, please let us know. If you disagree with any of them, please let us know, and please let us know where you would rate certain people or where you'd move them to. Other than that, unfortunately, I don't have the predictions that we made last week.
Yeah. I might have mine somewhere though. Let me just check quickly.
I can't even remember mine. But if I get them by later, and obviously by the start of the pre-GP, then I will make sure to remember the race today and try and see if any of us got the predictions right or wrong, or how right we got them or how wrong that we actually got them in the end. but I will bring Pedro back. We'll go off this screen back onto the other screen. Whoa.
Please. I was trying to find the because I know that I wrote them on a sheet of paper.
Yeah.
I can't find them now. My predictions.
All good. I brought you back, Pedro. You're now back on the screen. But yeah. Anything else? Oh yeah. How out of 10? How would you rate the race?
Yes. Maybe 6 or 6.5.
Oh, you've gone higher than I thought. I was thinking
Really?
like a 4 or 5.
Oh.
I think
Okay.
the start
And
of
I
the
might have
race
to...
was like pretty good. It was a bit exciting, and then towards the end, it was just kind of.
yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to reconsider because of what you just said. There, you raised a good point there. I think I'm gonna give it a 5 then.
Yeah, we'll go back.
A bit of an
Smack
average
bang
race,
in the average. Yeah, I'd say it's just an average race. Bit boring at times. Got a little bit exciting, a few bits. But obviously then Max just ran away with it again, and everyone else behind him was kind of just sitting their positions for a while. So yeah, I think that's as much as I can rate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was an alright race. That's how I'd say. An alright race, but it wasn't the best, wasn't the worst. It was just alright. Thanks. Going down in the Oh yeah. What snack? Got a drink. Yeah.
The drink.
The drink. It's a can with a straw because I don't think they think I could drink out of a can. But yeah. Anything else you would say or like to say before we end the stream?
Not. I mean, just the fact that it was a shocker for Alpine today.
What did we rate the race?
Hmm?
You want to say? Midnight asked what we rated the race.
Oh. I mean, I rated it a 5.
I rated it like a 4, 5. So I went with the 5. The majority. We said it wasn't bad. It wasn't the best. Bit boring at times.
Yeah.
But it's just kind of average race. Thinking a 5 as well. Yeah. It's just one of those sort of races. It was just like, this happened. Max won. I think the most exciting part happened after the race was finished with Lando breaking the trophy. That was a bit that I was like, oh. But apart from that, just kind of a smack bang average race nowadays. So, apart from that, yeah, all good. Midnight. I was just saying we'll do the predictions another time. Obviously we'll have to jog our memory on what the race was, but I mean, Pedro, do you want to make any predictions for the next race while we're here before we end? Well,
I don't know. I don't think I'm like focused enough to try.
I'm not focused.
To try to do that. I'm not focused.
Well, we'll do that. We'll do that probably over Discord or something then. We'll let everyone.
We could always do that. Like we could always think about them.
Yeah, we'll
and letting everyone know before the race starts.
Exactly. We'll open like a bit on the Discord or something, and then have people, if you want, you can send in your predictions to us, and
good idea.
Then I was just reading. I don't know if you remember Noodle sending in some like the P1 to 20. His P1 was Perez, Alonso, then Hamilton, Russell, Leclerc, Stroll, Norris, Ocon, Albon, Sargent, Piastri, Hulkenberg, Zhou, Bottas, Magnussen, Tsunoda, De Vries, which obviously no longer in there, Gasly, Max, and then Sainz. I mean, you got Gasly with the DNF, right? Max didn't get a DNF.
I don't think all of the others were right.
No. But
maybe Yuki got right, but apart from that.
Apart from that, you got the Gasly DNF right. Yeah, unfortunately. But we'll review it and we'll come up with some predictions for the next race. When is the next race? It's not next weekend, is it?
It's next week. Yeah,
oh, it is.
It is.
Okay. So we'll see you next week for obviously qualifying and the podcast on Sunday.
Wait, isn't there a sprint race as well? I believe it's sprint race weekend, isn't it?
Yep.
Let me check.
A few wasted noise in that prediction. Yep. To be fair, I can't even remember what I predicted. It was that long ago.
I think I might have said an Alonso podium. I'm not sure. Which definitely didn't happen. I'm not entirely sure. I do know that I wrote them on a sheet of paper. But I just don't know where it is now.
I think I predicted rain.
I mean, it rained in FP. It rained in free practice.
True, but I can't remember what I predicted it for.
Oh,
I think I predicted it for the race.
Next week, it's sprint race weekend.
That said, free practice doesn't count. I mean,
it depends if Sarah specified at what point it was going to happen. Or not.
Rain at some point during the weekend. I didn't say when. But yeah, what were you saying about Spa? Sorry. To be fair, I'm actually quite looking forward to Spa. And we have a summer break. Rain somewhere next weekend. 100%. Gonna stick with that prediction the whole way through now. So what were you saying about Spa?
I was saying that it's going to be a sprint race weekend. So
nice. So
I'm gonna have qualifying on Friday.
Yeah, more action. Qualifying on Friday. Then normal qualifying. Normal qualifying, then sprint qualifying, then sprint race.
Exactly.
Then race.
That's it. Yeah.
But actually looking forward to it. I'm hungry.
Can hear you munching there.
I'm hungry. Got a spicy.
Hungary.
Got a spicy one then.
Are you Hungary?
Hungary. Oh yeah, Hungary. See, I got a sweet today. But yeah. So we'll see you for qualifying. It'll probably be Pedro doing the qualifying. Maybe Midnight might join you. Then the sprint race, we'll decide where, when, what, how. And then race, obviously, we'll go from there.
Yes.
So that's all next week. But you will hopefully see us later on for the pre-GP. Later on. That will be fun, hopefully. I don't really have much experience around this track, so I don't know how it's going to go for me, but I just want to survive the race. But yeah, looking forward to it. Got to go do some uni work. And then hopefully I'll be able to join the race, knowing that I would have done some uni work.
Yeah, please do. Please join us.
But before we end, Midnight has some predictions. Another McLaren podium, more Ferrari strategic blunders. Red Bull 1-2. Track limits over Radion affecting the race and qualifying. Make sure to write them down and send them somewhere.
I mean, Ferrari's strategic blunder is almost the same as predicting that Max is gonna win a race.
True.
You know what's gonna happen.
True.
I'm joking.
Yeah. Is there anyone that we can go and raid? Or that you'd like to raid?
Well, if you want to go to motorsport related stuff, I don't think I have anyone in particular.
I thought of it first, said Pedro. Said Midnight to Pedro, sorry. Alright, you can both have it, but you have to be specific, like you said to me about the rain. Be like, what blunders are they gonna make?
In qualifying, in the sprint race.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Sprint qualifying.
Not giving you 3 points here. You gotta be specific. But yeah. The race. Okay. Alright. Okay.
Nice.
Alright. Like Pedro said, that's pretty much on a daily basis for Ferrari. So it's probably gonna happen across all 3 of the days. But yeah, we'll end the stream. Well, I'll try and find someone to raid. I'm just having a look through my phone. If anyone knows of anyone that you want me to raid, while I'm trying to wait for the Twitch app to come alive again. Yeah, we'll see you later on for 3GP. Can't remember what time.
8:30.
8:30. Wait, when was it 8:30?
No, 8:30 might be the lobby opening.
Oh, I was gonna say, oh,
I don't know.
I'm not ready for
Mr.
8:30.
Mr. Midnight, you're gonna have to fill us in on this one because I don't remember.
So. Hi, Mandy.
Hey, Mandy.
Thank you for joining us. We have Pedro, not that side. That side. I can't remember which side. I just had to point both. So practice starts at 8:30. Okay. Alright. So, I'll probably join for you like 9:30 then. Alright, towards the end of practice. But yeah, we will go try and raid someone now. Don't worry, Monday. It's all good. It's just lovely seeing you here as always, and I hope you're well.
Apologize.
And we have Midnight here. You might have noticed.
On a different account.
I think it's a clever name, to be fair.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have come up with that, so that's clever. So, I mean, we've got Levitius playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah.
On my screen. We've also got I'm having a look now. It come up and then it disappeared. Yeah, we've got him as well playing Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. About the cleverest thing I've done this month. I'm sure it's not, but it was quite clever. I knew it was you instantaneously.
I was just waited for you to take your time spotting the name.
I spotted it straight away. I was just like, I know who you are. I mean, we've got, if you want to stay F1 related, we've got
Badger.
We've got, yeah, so you've got Badger Man, you've got a few others doing some Formula 1 stuffs. So, completely up to you who you want to go over to.
I don't mind either.
There's me munching over here. That's what I'm ready for food.
What you eating?
Like I don't even know what they're like. What they are really. I'm just like spicy little like snack things, or I think they're like some sort of like nut. I'm not sure. They're just spicy and they taste quite nice.
I don't know that spicy.
Yeah, I just don't know. I don't know.
Spicy.
It's spicy. I don't know if you can really see them, but I don't. I think they're actually they are. I think they're just nuts, really. But I don't know. They're nice. They're alright. They're nice. They're quite nice. Oh, that was spicy. That one. Oh,
why is it spicy?
Why is it spicy? Why is it spicy? We'll go raid Badger Man. We'll go for someone different. I've got to give him a follow when we're over there as well. So phone. So it's B. Oh God, phone, stop it. B-A.
D, G, and then the E's of 3.
Oh, come on, phone, stop it. B-A-G-E. What did you say? B-A-G.
No, the
B-A-D.
E is of 3. B-A-D, G, 3. R-M-A-N.
G, and then 3, and then R.
R-M.
2.
You got it?
I think I got it. I don't know until the thing is started because I'm probably spelling wrong. Had a bad day yesterday, but today is better. Thank you, Midnight. I hope you're well. Sorry to hear that you had a bad day, Mandy. I hope you're feeling a little bit better today, and know that obviously all of us are here for you if you ever need to talk. Yeah. And the same goes to you, Midnight, as well. I hope that you're starting to feel a little bit better and resting where you can, and make sure to get as much rest as you can. Just so you feel a little bit better every day. Yeah, 100%. Just echoing what Midnight said there. Big hug to you, and you always know where we are if you need us. Okay. I'm good. I will survive. I will survive.
I will survive.
Then that we'll go start the raid. But we appreciate you, Mandy, as well. Just always know that, right? And we're always here if you need us. Whenever, wherever, and whenever. I think I said that already. I was trying to remember what I said. It's like wherever, whenever, something else. So just my brain's like gone to sleep already, to be fair. Like I watched you guys race yesterday, got home from work, watched you guys race. As soon as you finished, lights out, and I just went to sleep. And then I woke up, I was watching Midnight's like old like stream on YouTube or something, because it just auto played into one. And then I woke up, I was like, is it? He's not he's not live, is he? He's not playing this game. So I turned it off, and then I turned my laptop off, and then as soon as I did that, put my head back on the pillow, and then just went lights out again.
Lights out, and away we go.
And away we go. And then I went upstairs and went to bed instant, like quite quickly. So it's good for me. Just literally got home, slept. What was the game? I'm not sure actually. It's either GTA or it was something else. But the raid is gonna go, so I'm gonna say goodbye, and I'm gonna see you later. Okay, bye.